So hi guys, and now we will going to do the DHCP server of finals TUP-Taguig domain. So we will set the IP block 172.31.0.0 and the subnet mask is 22 or 255.255.240.0 and the router IP address is valid. And we will also add the Google and opendns public server IP address, and we will set the lease expires every 8 hours. Then we will not distribute the first 30 and last 30 valid IP addresses. So let's start. First, go to initial configuration task and add roles. And here, we will install the DHCP server. So check. Then next. So this is our network connections and the IP address. So we will set the preferred DNS server to our IP address. 192.168.192.168.10.128. Then the alternate DNS is 127.0.0.0.1. So let's validate first if this is valid IP address. So validating DNS server, let's rate. Then this alternate DNS server, let's validate if this IP address is valid. So it is valid. Then next. So WINS is not required for applications on this network. So this is the default. Then we will add a DHCP scopes. Add, then the scope name is DHCP server. And the starting IP address 172.31.0.1, which is the given IP block. Then the ending IP address is the 254. And the subnet mask is 240.0. And so we will set this later. At 240.0 and click OK and next. And enable the DHCP keyboard stateless mode for this server. So this is the default configuration for this server. And next. Next. And this is the summary of the installation. Then install. So as you can see, installation succeeded. So close. And now we will configure the DHCP server. So go to administrative tools, find DHCP. Now under TUPT server, then IPv4 and this is our scope, and we will add the Google and OpenDNS in the DNS server first. So click DNS server, and now we will add the Google IP address, then DNS IP address. So the IP address is 8.8.8.8 and add. So validating if server service is running on. So let's wait. Yes, then 8.8.44 add, and the next one is for OpenDNS public 208.67.22.22 and add, validating. Yes, then 208.67.220 add. This is for OpenDNS server IP address. And apply, then okay. So the next is to set the lease expire every 8 hours. To do that, go to scope and left click, then properties, and set the lease duration to 8 hours. So set the hours to 8 and click apply, then okay. Then next is to do not distribute the first 30 and the last 30 valid IP addresses. So to do that, go to address list. No, under the scope, then address pool, and add new exclusion, and the IP address is 172. That we will exclude the 31.0.1, the first 30 IP address, 172.31.0.30. And next is for the last 30 IP address, which is 31.0.25, then 172.31.0.254. Then click OK. So that's it for DHCP server configuration. So we exclude the first 30 IP addresses and the last 30 IP addresses. Then we set the IP block 172, the 31.0, and the subnet mask, and we also add the Google and opendns server, and we set the lease expires every 8 hours. So that's it. Thank you.